Team B is Georgia, Team C is Wisconsin. So good luck to all three teams. We are going to begin. 2024 NJCL Certamen Advanced Division Semifinal round. Toss-up question number 1. When her husband died in a quarrel over the proper division of cattle with the Dioscuri, what woman died by...
You too.
Marpessa is correct. So the rest of the question said, died by suicide, displaying similar faithfulness to when she chose a mortal lover over Apollo. Your first bonus. Who was Marpessa's father, who pursued Marpessa and Idas as they fled from him across the Lycornis River? That is correct. Your second bonus. In another story, Idas and his brother Lynceus quarreled with the Dioscuri because they were betrothed to what man's daughters whom the Dioscuri assaulted? In another story, Idas and his brother Lynceus quarreled with the Dioscuri because they were betrothed to what man's daughters whom the Dioscuri assaulted? And please. I'm sorry, it was Leucippus. So 15 points for Georgia on question number 1. Toss-up question number 2. Listen carefully to the following passage about a notable peppo, or pumpkin, which I will read twice, then responde latine to the questions that follow. In fastigio montis Olympi, conventis caelestis, Herculem, peponem portantem tuator. Pepone prolato, Hercules solemniter intonat. Ein hic peppo, reliquiae Tiberii Claudii Caesaris Augusti Germanici, qui particeps ordinis nostri esse volt. Quid A4. Answer, please.
Vestigio.
That is not correct. I'm going to continue my first reading of the story for teams B and C. Quid faciamus? Inde pronuntiat Jupiter, ab vitia ac crudelitatem istius precem veto. Immo aptius est concidendus per coquendus gustandus. Repeating. In fastigio montis Olympi, conventis caelestis Herculem, peponem portantem tuator. Pepone prolato, Hercules solemniter intonat. Ein hic peppo, reliquiae Tiberii Claudii Caesaris Augusti Germanici, qui particeps ordinis nostri esse volt. Quid faciamus? Inde pronuntiat Jupiter, ob vitia ac crudelitatem istius, precem veto. Immo aptius est concidendus per coquendus gustandus. The question, a quo?
E1.
A Hercule is correct. The question read, a quo profertur peppo. Your first bonus. Quid est desiderium imperatoris mortui?
Can you repeat?
Ein hic peppo, reliquiae Tiberii Claudii Caesaris Augusti Germanici, qui particeps ordinis nostri esse volt.
Volt esse particeps ordinis nostri. Okay. Volt esse particeps ordinis nostri.
Partikefts, Ordnus Nostri.
Wolf essay.
Volt esse. Yes, Volt esse, Partikefts, Ordnus Nostri.
Can you repeat the bonus?
Quid est desiderium imperatoris mortui. So, you know, who wants to be, yeah, you know, we're just gonna check. Your second bonus. Or negat Jupiter, Claudium divum factum iri.
Can you repeat the last sentence?
Inde pronuntiat Jupiter, ov vitia ac crudelitatem istius precem veto. Immo optius est concidendus percoquendus gustandus. Answer, please.
Hi, that's right. Oblitio as Kuzeliton excuse.
No. Because you used ob, you triggered the accusative, and then you said crudelitate. You said ovitia et crudelitate. So crudelitate would be in the wrong case there.
Was that not the word in the passage?
No, crudelitate.
What was the preposition?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. It's accusative. You used vitia, which is
That
accusative.
sentence in the
Plural.
passage. Just
Yeah.
that, just that.
O vitia ac crudelitatem istius precem veto. You use one accusative word and one appellate word, so that's not going to be correct. Okay, so right now you have 10 points on question number 2. We are having the moderator group check your answer to the first bonus. All right, so right now, 10 points, and we'll let you know how to score check on that, okay? Toss-up question number 3. What sort of people are named in the title of a late 7-book history whose topic...
Two.
Pagans is correct. Whose topics Augustine suggested, since it complemented his godly focus with its author Orosius's view on non-Christians. Your first bonus. What 3rd century AD author included reproaches of pagans in his Instructiones? Commodianus, that is correct. Your second bonus, what author also criticized pagans in his Contra Simicum, written in the time of Orosius? That is correct. So 20 points for Georgia on question number 3. Toss-up question number 4. At what battle did a combined force of Samnites and Gauls under...
C1.
Answer, please.
Vesuvius.
That's not correct. I'll repeat for teams A and B. At what battle did a combined force of Samnites and Gauls under Gellius...
A2.
Answer, please. Camerinum is correct. Under Gellius Ignatius defeat the pursuing army of Scipio Barbatus in 298 or 295 BC, leading to an important battle at Sentinum. Your first bonus. The Etruscans' peace with the Romans after the Third Samnite War didn't last. What Etruscan city's destruction in 264 BC signaled Rome's complete control of peninsular Italy? The Etruscans' peace with the Romans after the Third Samnite War didn't last. What Etruscan city's destruction in 264 BC signaled Rome's complete control of peninsular Italy? Answer, please. I'm sorry, it was Volsinii. Your second bonus. Where in Rome were 2,000 statues from Volsinii erected? Where in Rome were 2,000 statues from Volsinii erected? The Forum Boari. So that is 10 points for Florida on question number 4. Toss-up question number 5. Which of the following is the closest synonym of precor? Potior, populor, postulo?
B1.
Postulo is correct. The last word was plico. Your first bonus. Which of the following, if any, could not be considered a synonym of gemino? Yungo, duplico, confero, necto. Which of the following, if any, could not be considered a synonym of gemino? Yongo, duplico, confero, necto. Yes, please. No, all of them can be. Your second bonus. Which of the following, if any, could not be considered a synonym of proto? Roto, promo, pario, relinquo. Which of the following, if any, could not be considered a synonym of proto? Roto, promo, pario, relinquo. Yes, please. Roto is correct. So that is 15 points for Georgia on question 5. Do we have anything on 2 yet? Okay. We are still looking at that one bonus, so if you would read the score as is, we will update when we can.
Okay, Team A has 10, Team B has 60, and Team C has yet to score. Go Wisconsin, you can do it.
All right. Toss-up question number 6. Using non-key score, say in Latin, if only I had
B1.
deal with that. That's not correct.
C3.
Utenon, Noctus, SM, Ruben,
That's not correct. I'll repeat for Team A. Using non-key score, say in Latin, if only I had obtained more money.
A4.
That is correct. Your first bonus. Using Oedipuscore, say in Latin using a gerundive. The women have come to Rome to acquire money. Using Oedipuscore, say in Latin using a gerundive. The women have come to Rome to acquire money. Answer, please.
Famenon, Roma, Wainelon, Ad Peculium, Adipiscendum.
That is correct. Your second bonus. Say in Latin using a gerundive. We have found a lake suitable for catching large fish. Say in Latin using a gerundive. We have found a lake suitable for catching large fish. Yes, please.
Lahum in Wainelmos Idoneum Iscibus Magnis Capianis.
That is correct. That was a master class at using all the time you possibly. 20 points for Florida on question number 6. Toss-up question number 7. What emperor adopted Gaius?
A2.
Answer, please. That's not correct. I'll repeat for teams B and C. What emperor adopted Gaius Valens Hospilianus Messi?
B2.
That is correct. The rest of the question says Messius Quintus, the surviving son of Decius, after winning at Albritus, substantially his claim to the throne in 251 AD. Your first bonus. Along with Hostilian, Trebonianus Gallus elevated his own son to the rank of Augustus. What was that son's name? Along with Hostilian, Trebonianus Gallus elevated his own son to the rank of Augustus. What was that son's name? Volusianus is correct. Your second bonus. At the Battle of Barbalissos in 252 AD, what Persian king defeated the Eastern legions and proceeded to gain control of all of Roman Syria? Shapur the First is correct. So that is 20 points for Georgia on question number 7. Toss-up question number 8. When Julius Caesar Strabo entered the...
A3.
That is correct. The full question read, entered the Poets Guild. What author supposedly did not rise for him, thinking his own Epinosymicae, Atreus, Brutus, and Decius were better tragedies? Accius is correct. Your first bonus. Accius's Atreus contains what famous three-word Latin phrase, later used as an imperial slogan? Accius's Atreus contains what famous three-word Latin phrase, later used as an imperial slogan?
Oh, Darren,
That is correct. Your second bonus. What two mythological men are the main characters of Accius's tragedy, Nicte Grecia? What two mythological men are the main characters of Accius's tragedy, Nicte Grecia? Answer, please. It's Odysseus and Diomedes. So 15 points for Florida on question number 8. Toss-up question number 9. Who killed two men? One who sang a reaping song whilst beheading travelers, and another who forced travelers to...
A1.
That is correct. The rest of the question read, who forced travelers to tend his vines while he himself was serving Omphale. Your first bonus. What king of Lydia had been Omphale's husband? What king of Lydia had been Omphale's husband? Answer, please. It's Camalus. Your second bonus. What was the name of Omphale's son with Heracles? What was the name of Omphale's son with Heracles? Answer, please. I'm sorry? Lamus. Lamus or Agelaus is the answer. So 10 points for Florida on question number 9. Toss-up question number 10. Give a two-word phrase equivalent to the verb form for...
A4.
Answer, please. That is not correct.
B1.
That is correct. For it. The verb form for it. Your first bonus. Give the single Latin conjunction that best fills in the blank in the following sentence. Libros legimus blank, Hilarius ad sapientiam perveniamus. Give the single Latin conjunction that best fills in the blank in the following sentence. Libros legimus blank, Hilarius ad sapientiam perveniamus. Quo is correct. Your second bonus, the adverb forsan is a contraction of what three-word Latin phrase? The adverb forsan is a contraction of what three-word Latin phrase? That is correct. So it's 20 points for Georgia on question 10. given them a lot to think about, so we're still going to read with the score as is still pending on question 2. So, score after heading.
Team A with 55, Team B with 100, and Team C has 4.
Get seated as quickly as you can. If people on the outside can scooch in, it looks like we're going to be light on seats. Please do not sit in the row immediately.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Toss-up question number 11. Which of the following English words is not derived from a Latin word meaning to destroy? Devastate, indelible, subdue,
B1.
Subdue is correct. The last word was perdition. Your first bonus. What English verb derived from rado means completely destroy, as in a town?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
What English verb derived from rado means completely destroy, as in a town?
Eradicate.
No, we have raze, R-A-Z-E. Sure. Your second bonus. What English verb derived from stirps means root out and destroy completely? What English verb derived from stirps means root out and destroy completely? Answer, please. Extirpate is correct. So 15 points for Georgia on question 11. We will check on the other. Okay. Toss up 12. What late emperor, after defeating a rebellion of the widow Faustina,
A2.
answer please. That's not correct.
B2.
Answer please. That's not correct. I'll repeat for Team C. What late emperor, after defeating a rebellion of the widow Faustina and usurper Procopius, settled the Danube frontier with starving Goths, who then invaded Thrace in 376 AD? What late emperor, after defeating a rebellion of the widow Faustina and usurper Procopius, settled the Danube frontier with starving Goths, who then invaded Thrace in 376 AD?
C1.
Valens is correct. Your first bonus. Valens ruled in the east, with Valentinian I ruling in the west until 375 AD. Valentinian I is said to have died of a stroke after getting angry during negotiations with what Germanic people? Valens ruled in the east with Valentinian I ruling in the west until 375 AD. Valentinian I is said to have died of a stroke after getting angry during negotiations with what Germanic people? Answer, please.
I defer C.
The Quadi. Your second bonus. Faustina was the widow of what man, who ruled the entire empire after the death of his brothers, Constans and Constantine II? That's correct. So 15 points for Wisconsin on question number 12. Toss-up question number 13. What woman, whose beauty Ovid says drew 1,000 suitors?
A3.
Answer, please. That's not correct.
C4. Psyche.
That's not correct. I'll repeat for Team B. What woman, whose beauty Ovid says drew 1,000 suitors, compared herself favorably to Diana and was consequently shot with an arrow after bearing twins?
B2.
Chione is correct. The rest of the question read, one fathered by Apollo and one by Mercury. Your first bonus. Who is Chione's father, who was transformed into a hawk out of grief at her death? That is correct. And your second bonus, what skilled musician was Chione's son by Apollo? Philemon is correct. So that's 20 points for Georgia on question 13. Toss-up question number 14. Responde latine. Quid accidit ubi multitudo utarum aquae liquidae de caelo cadat?
A4.
Answer, please. Time.
Fluid.
C3.
Fluid.
Fluid is correct. Your first bonus. Responde latine. Quid accidit ubi gubernator non conspicit alteram navem adesse et nave sua eam ferit? Quid accidit ubi gubernator non conspicit alteram navem adesse et nave sua eam ferit? Answer.
Rogler?
Be more specific. Okay, never mind. That's not. Oh yeah, I'm prompting because that's what you told me.
Rogler Navalis.
I'm gonna say no. There's a term for it. Naufragium.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. Your second bonus, responde latine. Quando gubernator sua spanta alteram navem nave sua ferit?
Can you repeat it?
Quando gubernator sua spanta alteram navem nave sua ferit?
Yeah. I don't know.
Answer, please.
I defer to C3.
In Naumachia is what we were going for, or in Bello Nawali, something along those lines. So you have 10 points on question number 14. Toss-up question number 15. What author wrote Tanta Dul?
B2.
Answer, please. I'm sorry? That's not correct.
A3.
Statius is correct. Tanta dulcedine captos ad ficit animos, referring to the style of his sketchbook collection of 32 poems titled Silvae and his mythological epic Thebaid. Your first bonus. What other mythological epic of Statius was left unfinished?
Repeat.
What other mythological epic of Statius was left unfinished? That is correct. Your second bonus. Statius was a favorite in inspiration for what medieval author of the poem The House of Fame and the epic Troilus and Cressida? Statius was a favorite in inspiration for what medieval author of the poem The House of Fame and the epic Troilus and Cressida? It's Chaucer, Geoffrey Chaucer. So 15 points on question 15 for Florida. Which one? Okay. Okay. All right, so we have resolved on toss-up 2. Your answer, Volt esse paracticeps deor nostri, is not going to be accepted. And eradicate is not being accepted, that is specifically rock, it's not rock. So I think that is it with the exception of fraud, or if we should have just taken that as is. So no changes to the score. If we could have a score check, please.
Okay. Team 1 has 70, Team 2 has 135, and Team 3 has 25. What was that?
Please do not open your visual until instructed to do so. You may now open your visuals. You have 15 seconds to examine them. Here is your toss-up. Describe the genre of the work seen here. Given that elixam means boiled, it should be no...
B1.
Recipe.
It's a recipe, that's correct. It should be no surprise that this is an excerpt from Apicius's De Re Coquinaria. Your first bonus. This recipe yields a sauce similar to Worcestershire. In English, name 3 of the ingredients listed in the third line. This recipe yields a sauce similar to Worcestershire. In English, name 3 of the ingredients listed. Answer, please.
Vinegar, honey, and oil.
That is correct. Your second bonus. In the second line, an ingredient is listed that was thought to be extinct until its rediscovery just last year. What is the Latin name for that ingredient?
Yeah, it's like the one must be very.
Silphium is correct. So that is 20 points on question 16. Would you hold it up? So they are taking Frogor with no prompt. No notes. 10 out of 10. So you're getting some points there.
Thank you, sir. Let's go.
All right. Toss-up question number 17. Responde latine. Quod mare invenitur inter mare aegaeum et
C2.
Answer, please. Time.
B1.
Propontis is correct. Inter mare aegaeum et pontum uxinum. Your first bonus. Responde latine. Quad fretum transitor navibus navigantibus e propontide in septentriones. Responde latine. Quad fretum transitor navibus navigantibus e propontide in septentriones. Answer, please. Sorry, it's the Bosphorus. I don't know if you can answer Latin words, so it's one of them. Sure. Okay. You said Hellespont. Okay. Your second bonus. Responde latine. Qui lacus magnus jacet juxta pontum juxinum ubi scythae habitare dicuntur. Responde latine. Qui lacus magnus jacet juxta pontum juxinum ubi scythae habitare dicuntur. Answer, please. Lacus myotis. So we are going to give you 10 points on question 17 right now. Toss-up question number 18. What use of the accusative case is found in the following sentence? Lacrima cecit.
C2.
Greek accusative.
That is correct. The question read, Lacrima peccidit de vultu eurydices sua pectora twinsai. Greek accusative is correct. Your first bonus. What use of the accusative case is found in the following sentence? Si atrium tuum odorem hibi redolens phalebus egeat mures statim ingrediantur.
Can you repeat it?
Use of the accusative case. Si atrium tuum odorem hibi redolens phalebus egeat mures statim ingrediantur.
Time.
Answer, please.
Appositional.
No, it is a cognate accusative. Your second bonus. Now translate that sentence. Si atrium tuum odorem hibi redolens phalebus egeat mures statim ingrediantur.
Can you say it one more time?
Si atrium tuum odorem hibi redolens phalebus egeat mures statim ingrediantur.
Like tear down your walls?
Time.
Answer, please.
I defer to C3.
If your atrium with smelling of food, with tear down your walls with
You were doing so well. If your atrium smelling of food lacks cats, mice would immediately enter.
Oh, it's mood.
Of all things. All right, 10 points for Wisconsin on question 18. Toss-up number 19. What Greek warrior campaigned with Belus or married a daughter of Cinyras on Cyprus after the Trojan War? Teucer is correct. When he nearly shot Hector and often hid behind the great shield of his half-brother Ajax. Your first bonus. What woman, a relative of the Trojan king Priam, was Teucer's mother? What woman, a relative of the Trojan king Priam, was Teucer's mother? Hesione is correct. Your second bonus. In the Iliad, Teucer loses the archery contest at Patroclus's funeral games when Apollo causes him to miss the pigeon that was his target, hitting what instead? In the Iliad, Teucer loses the archery contest at Patroclus's funeral games when Apollo causes him to miss the pigeon that was his target, hitting what instead?
Time.
Yes, please. No, close. It was tied to the mast by a cord, and he hit the cord instead. So 15 points for Georgia on question 19. Frogmore was accepted. Do we have anything else done? Hellespontus. Okay. Anything else from Florida coach? Did your coach or
Yes.
Okay. Georgia coach or Wisconsin coach? Any issues? Okay. All right. Seeing none, we will read the score as is, please.
Okay, team 1 with 70, team 2 with 180, and team 3 with 40.
Final question, toss-up 20. Experts in what field include two rival consular...
A3.
Answer, please. That's not correct.
B2.
Law is correct. Two rival consular candidates under Augustus, though only one accepted the position. Both were featured in later works by Gaius and Ulpian and in the Corpus Juris Civilis. Your first bonus. What other jurist was known for his many books of Quaestiones and Responsa? Opinion is correct. Your second bonus, what jurist wrote a consolatory letter to Cicero upon the death of his daughter Tullia and had a niece who wrote 6 poems that survive in the corpus of Tibullus' works? What jurist wrote a consolatory, I can't say that word, letter to Cicero upon the death of his daughter Tullia and had a niece who wrote 6 poems that survive in the corpus of Tibullus' work? Sulpicius Rufus is correct. 20 points for Georgia on our final question, and the final score, please. You can say your statement.
Okay, Florida was 70, Georgia with 200, and Wisconsin with 40.